everyone! Welcome to day 2 of my 12 Days of Interactive December Dailies video series. Today I'm sharing how I created this Matchbook Folio with the packaging for the Star Mini Kit from Ali Edwards, and I'm going to be doing a giveaway at the end of this video to celebrate reaching 2,000 followers on Instagram and on YouTube, and the giveaway package will actually include one of these Star Mini Kits, so stay tuned to the very end to find out how you can enter to win that. So I'm planning to use this folio for day 1 in my December daily album, and the reason why I wanted to include a folio is because I have a whole bunch of smaller stories that I wanted to include about my journey with the December Daily team, some of the projects that I've been working on prior to the actual month of December, a timeline of events for some of the things that happened during my term on the December Daily team so far, and on the actual day of December 1st, I'm scheduled to participate in one of the December Daily story chats on Instagram, so I thought day 1 would be a great day to include all of these stories. I'm starting off by creating the matchbook base for my folio, and I'm actually going to turn this upside down so that the closing flap for this envelope is going to turn into the bottom part of the matchbook that holds the opening flap shut and houses the mechanism to keep all the inserts in. And I'm going to start by cutting the seams of the envelope apart with my scissors on both sides. Here I'm not paying too much attention to get all of those cuts perfectly straight because I will be trimming off these extra flaps on either side of the envelope with my paper trimmer afterwards. I'm also carefully going to peel the bottom of this envelope apart so that I can get my scissors in there and cut the envelope completely apart. Next, I'm going to create the bottom section of the matchbook that is going to house all of my inserts. I have here a piece of 10x8 pattern paper from the December Daily main kit. This is one of the ones with the stripes that look like rickrack trims. And I trimmed this down to 5 inches tall, and this is going to be 11 inches wide. The pattern papers are made for the 10x8 album, but they are actually 11 inches wide so that they go outside of the page protector. I want to create an accordion fold section that is going to be hidden behind the bottom flap of this matchbook. So I'm going to score my paper 8 times at every 1 1/4 inches. So that's a score mark at 1 1/4 inch, 2 1/2 inches, 3 3/4 inches, 5 inches, 6 1/4 inches, 7 1/2 inches, 8 3/4 inches, and 10 inches. Then I'm going to accordion fold this so that the frontmost part of this accordion fold is showing the back side of the pattern paper. And then once I get to the very end, I'm going to trim off this extra paper after the last score mark so that the back part of this accordion fold also shows the back side of the pattern paper. Just burnishing all these folds into place with my burnishing tool. And you can see once I'm done folding this accordion fold, how this will fit just behind that bottom flap of my envelope there. After that, I'm going to apply some score tape, this is 3/8 inch score tape, to every other section on the back of my accordion fold so that the backs of all of these ridges attach together, and then now I kind of end up with 4 separate kind of like pockets that I'll be able to slide my inserts into. Next, I'm going to wrap a piece of craft cardstock around the bottom of my accordion fold assembly. This is only about 1 inch tall by 11 inches wide. And this craft cardstock is going to hold my entire accordion fold binding system together and create enough tension in this accordion fold so that if I put my inserts into all of these pockets, they won't spontaneously fall out. And before I attach this accordion fold assembly into my folio, I'm going to cut off those extra overhanging flaps from my folio base. So just that left flap, the right flap, and the top edges where the bottom of the envelope was glued together. And then I'm going to make this top piece into a flap that tucks into the bottom of my matchbook. And to do that, I'm cutting off the left and right edge again from this top piece, and then trimming off some of that edge that was glued together at the bottom of the envelope, but I am keeping a 1/2 inch hinge here so that I can use some score tape to attach that to the top of my folio base. I am trimming off a bit at the bottom of that top flap, just because I don't want it to go too far down behind the bottom matchbook portion. And I decided to round the corners on that as well with my We Are Memory Keepers corner chopper, just to make that bottom flap look a bit more consistent with the top of the bottom matchbook portion. Once that's done, I'm applying some score tape all over the back of my accordion fold assembly to adhere that inside my folio. But before I do that, I remembered to adhere one of these plastic adhesive page strips from Citrus Twist Kits to the left side of my folio base so that I can place this into my album later on. Now, I know that Ali Edwards has some attacher stickers that I could have used instead, but since this folio is going to be a bit heavier just because of all the inserts that I'm adding in, I thought the plastic adhesive strips would hold up a bit better than the cardstock attacher stickers. And I did have to trim off a bit on both the top and the bottom of this attacher strip to get it to fit along the edge of the inside of this folio as well. And now I'm ready to attach my accordion fold assembly inside my folio. Since this piece has some bulk to it, you want to make sure that there's a bit of room between the score line and the bottom of this accordion fold assembly so that this bottom matchbook flap can still fold over this assembly and cover it up. Before I attach this front piece on, I'm going to punch some holes in the front so that I can decorate that with some eyelets and some ribbon. So here you'll see that I'm measuring out where exactly I want my eyelets to be placed, and then I'm using my We Are Memory Keepers eyelet setter to punch the holes in there and then put my eyelets in. Next, I'm going to thread some ribbon through and tie it at the front. This is just some ribbon from Michaels, and I'm going to cut out this part of the video here just because it took me forever to tie that bow. And once that's done, I'm going to apply some more score tape to the front of this accordion assembly so that I can adhere that to this matchbook flap to cover that up. Now, with this part here, you want to make sure that you only adhere the bottom approximately 1 inch part of the accordion assembly to this matchbook flap. So you'll see that I only have score tape on that craft cardstock that was 1 inch tall on the bottom of this accordion assembly. And that's because you want the top larger flap to be able to slide in between this bottom flap and the accordion folds. And that's how you're going to keep this folio closed. So I tried to show a top-down view of where that top flap is supposed to slide into at the bottom of this matchbook assembly. And if you have a book of matches by any chance, you'll be able to see what type of closure I'm going for here. And you'll see me fiddle around with this ribbon at the front a bit more. And what I'm going to eventually do off camera is just to put some glue dots behind the ends of the ribbon to keep them in place. And now that I'm done assembling my folio, I'm going to start decorating the front. Here's an idea of what I had in mind to combine some of the plastic frames with the nesting chipboard stars that came in the star mini kit. And I also used one of the plastic transparency hearts to back my wood veneer number. But you'll see when I come back from decorating that I've also attached a photo of our December Daily Creative Team announcement, which I matted on some green pattern paper, and I also attached a round metal word trinket from Tim Holtz onto my ribbon at the bottom. For the inserts in my folio, I've picked out some journaling cards and tags that I'm going to be adding my photos on, as well as some journaling that I printed out on some clear sticker paper. This first insert is one of the 3x6 story cards and pockets that came in the main kit. I added one of the layered poinsettia stickers from the main kit to decorate that blank space at the bottom, and I'm going to use the journaling card to add my timeline of events that I printed out on my clear sticker paper. I'm going to be adding more dates to the back of this journaling card to include November's events as well after November is over. The second insert that I have is one of the tags from the Transparency Story card set. And I love that by using the clear sticker paper to do my journaling, I don't have to worry about potentially messing up by writing on this tag or trying to run it through my printer. My third insert is this cute shaker tag that I'm going to use to include the names of everyone who is on this creative team with me this year. I did have to shake the tag around a bit to get the sequins to lie a bit flatter so that I could burnish down my clear sticker paper once I stuck that down. I did find some ribbon and twine from my stash as well to thread through the tops of those tags, and I think those turned out super cute. Next, I'm using 3 of these journaling cards from the main kit that say a story on the top of them to document stories of selecting my December daily extra products, making my product play lesson, and filming my December Delights video. So for each one of those, I do have a graphic that I printed out on photo paper, and on the backs of each of these journaling cards, I'm going to attach my journaling that I did on, again, some clear sticker paper, and also one of the word phrase stickers to jazz up the top a bit. I have also printed out a few other images of some of the December Daily related videos that I've been doing so far, like the Stretch Your Steps videos and also the 10x8 sketches that I did based on my last year's December Daily pages, and I may or may not include those later on, either as inserts to go into these pockets, or alternately I might just adhere them onto that top flap once it's open. And of course, I'll also include a screenshot of our Instagram Live on December 1st once that happens. And lastly, I'm using one of the larger 4x6 journaling cards to include a screenshot of a Zoom call that I organized for a group of us on the creative team. Not everyone was able to make it that day, but I really enjoyed getting to know the ladies who were able to make it to our Zoom hangout session that night. So here's a look at what the folio looks like in my binder, and this turned out to be a bit thicker than I had originally intended it to be, as usual for my interactive pages, but I do like how many stories I was able to include in just this one small section here. And I did have to resist the urge to embellish all of these tags with puffy stickers and things like that in order to bring down the bulk. I think the bulkiest embellishment I have in there is definitely that poinsettia sticker, and I don't mind that so much because it's just the one piece in one of the tags there. And I'll definitely be adding more to this as November goes on, and definitely on December 1st with my Instagram Live. And that brings us to the giveaway. So here is all of the goodies that you can enter to win, and this will come as one package. So the first thing is, as always, there's a gift certificate of your choice, and this time around I've picked these 3 companies that you can choose from. So you can either have a $25 US gift certificate to Citrus Twist Kits, or a $25 gift certificate to Ali Edwards, or a $35 Canadian gift certificate to Treasured Memories. And that's just because of the exchange rate. I always like to give a bit more for my Canadian shoppers. I also have a washi ring here. This is a 3-inch washi ring, and it comes with 10 washi tape samples. And for all of these items, I did try to make them kind of slightly Christmas themed, but not completely Christmas, just in case you don't celebrate Christmas or you don't do a December daily. So I think the most Christmassy one I have here is this striped one with the green and the red, but I also have a wood grain, some green ones and red ones. This one has some snow, and I have a silver one, as well as more snow. And then this one can be used for New Year's or just in general some celebrations. So there's that. I have these 2 metallic inks from Ali Edwards. I believe these are her 2 new ones. So there's the metallic rose gold and the metallic platinum ink. And I will show you how those look like when they're stamped out. So here are all of my Ali Edwards swatches, and you'll see the metallic platinum here, as well as the metallic rose gold, and that's what those look like. And you can kind of see the metallicness. I'll take them out of the page protectors so that you can see that a bit clearer. Really lovely colors if you manage to stamp them with like a solid stamp. So there's those two. And I'm also including, as I mentioned previously, the Star Mini Kit. Now, my extra Star Mini Kit came kind of bunched up, and the sticker isn't sticking anymore, but it does function, you know, like the envelope. You can still use it if you want to make a folio like I did in this video. And just to show you all of the goodies in here, so you get a package of these star sequins, and they have some gold ones and some silver ones in varying sizes. You have the nested chipboard star shapes, and there are 3 sets of 3 of those, and some of them do have a metallic gold in them. You get this. This one is probably the most Christmassy item of all of those. Again, most of these star shapes you can use in everyday documenting if you like, but this one's probably the most Christmassy, unless you want to cut off the red string and just use that as a decoration. I really love how that looks, and in fact I turned mine into kind of like a little decoration for my paper tray here. I just removed the tag and then covered up the hole with some puffy stickers and stuck that onto the acrylic star. So I really like that. Oopsies, not knocked down everything here. You get 3 felt stars with some gold stitching. You get a pack of die cut star shapes. These puffy stickers, which for my pack, I've used up like half of 1 sheet already. That's how much I love them. But you do get 2 sheets, as well as these chipboard stars as well. And you can see that they are kind of thick, like chipboard. So you get all of that in 1 pack, and I will just put them all back in here. And again, these all say December Daily, but of course you can use them in other documenting as well. I've included, this is in a bag because they're very easy to get lost, but these are tiny magnets and they are super strong. So you need to have some nails if you want to get them apart, but you can see that they snap together. And just in terms of measurement, these are about a quarter of an inch in diameter. So they are very small, but they are strong enough to hold any interactive elements that you might have, any flips and flaps. I didn't use these in this video, but I definitely will be using some in future interactive pages. And I will probably be putting them in some bubble wrap in addition to in this bag, because if you knock on them, they can sometimes crack and break apart. So I will be protecting those when I ship them out. You'll also get these 2 sheets of puffy stickers from Citrus Twist Kits. I love these puffy stickers and the colors. Some of them would be good for December Daily if you are interested in using those for December Daily, but otherwise they are perfect for everyday documenting. And I also will be including 20 of these Life Crafted album full page protectors. Now these will also go in your Ali Edwards albums if you are interested in doing that. So as an example, here is the 10 by 8 album that I'm using this year for December Daily, and you can see that this fits perfectly. And I do have one of the 10 by 8 page protectors, and it's approximately the same height even. So that's something to keep in mind. So you'll be getting 20 of those. And I might be including some handmade cards as well, as I usually do, just so that you have some of those as well. So how can you enter to win all of these goodies? So there are 2 ways to enter, here and on YouTube. So first of all, you have to make sure you're subscribed or you're following my Instagram account, and make sure you like the video or the post, and then comment on the Instagram post and the YouTube video if you prefer crafty live videos on Instagram or on YouTube. So I have a feeling that the Instagram people will choose Instagram and the YouTube people will choose YouTube. But if I do it on Instagram, then I can record that and post it onto YouTube as well as a separate video. However, I feel like the vertical orientation that Instagram makes us do will be very hard to do 10 by 8 layouts on. So let me know what you think in the comments below. And I'm only giving you guys until Monday, November 22nd at 10 p.m. Mountain Standard Time to enter, just because I do want to get these shipped out so that they'll arrive in December, hopefully. Usually shipping does take 2 weeks to the United States and might take longer internationally. So hopefully you would still be able to get these in time for your December documenting, but if not, these are good year-round. So as always, thank you so much for watching my videos and liking and commenting. I appreciate you all, regardless of whether you just watch in the shadows or if you comment and like my videos. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks so much for watching.